Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Cynthia Greer, spiritualist who works at the in-depth level of the soul. And this is the third part of my 5-part series that comes from Twin Flames, Healing the Shattered Heart When Union Isn't Possible. So we are discussing that third stage of grief, bargaining for breadcrumbs of fleeting time. Before I get into it, if you really like what I am doing here, please press those like, subscribe, and share buttons, as I do not make any income whatsoever off of YouTube. And as far as my printed material goes, that's something that I am continually putting money towards in order to bring everything out into the public. I have no literary agent, no one working with me on any level. So when you support the algorithms, it really tells me that you appreciate the time and the energy and the many sacrifices that I make to bring you this knowledge. Okay, so when we get to this stage of twin flame grief, there is often a lot of manipulation involved. And we have to call it what it is. Because, let's face it, when we are desperate for a twin flame union, and we want that physical life together, and we want to be loved and cherished, we are at this point fearing that it's never going to happen. And basically, if you take it a step further on an in-depth spiritual level, all fear is the fear of physical death. And so for those who truly believe in the theory of re-embodiment, the thought of waiting for hundreds, if not thousands, of years to reconnect is gut-wrenching, because they want that opportunity in the here and now without really understanding the level of consciousness that they or their twin are in. Because let's face it, when we want something, we want it so desperately that we will do anything to get it. And this is where it comes to. You know you are not coming into alignment with your twin. You can't face the truth and won't release them. You bargain for fleeting moments of time. They have stopped most, if not all, communication. You continue to text or email. You send emojis, videos, or songs that remind them of you. They never reply. If they do, it's brief and leaves you wanting more. You don't heed their message of avoidance. You accept the breadcrumbs they give you. It isn't enough, and you lose your self-respect in the process. Now, what I have found is that many women not only lose their self-respect, but they lose a lot of money as well. I have seen many women move to other countries across the country when that desire was never expressed. And when they got there, they were met with disdain and more avoidance. And in many cases, there was absolutely no contact. They got the same as they did when it was all online or over the phone. And still, even after that, doing everything to try to prove that they were worthy of companionship. I have seen women continue on after being told no, being shown absolutely no respect, trying to prove that they would be a helpmate that would financially benefit their twin. And it was obvious that they simply didn't care how far they had gone in their career, how much money they made. They did not want the connection, period. And this behavior pattern not only affects your self-esteem when it comes to your twin flame, but it also blends into every other area of your life. And you end up projecting that you are desperate for attention, that you are desperate for acceptance, and that you are willing to put up with any kind of abuse and avoidance, and the silent treatment is abuse, no matter how you look at it. There is no exception to that. So you really have to look within at why you are willing to sacrifice your emotional and mental health for very little, if nothing, in return. You have to look at the pattern. Everything from the way you were raised. Perhaps you came from a family where you were not valued at all unless you could prove what you could do athletically or scholastically or artistically or through service, to the point that you lost the essence of who you are. Because in the third stage of twin flame grief, when you are bargaining, you are actually losing your identity. And that is because you are letting go of time to do this that could be used to heal at a soul level. It could be used to change the course of your life through possibly more education, another career path, or developing a hobby or aspect of yourself that you have long neglected. Time is something that you are not going to get back. So I'll give you an example here. Let's say that back in high school, you were deprived of doing something athletically that you really hungered to do. You always wanted to do it. And so speed ahead to your mid-50s or 60s, and you are going into retirement age, and you want to pick that back up again. It's not the same. You may be able to do it to a degree where it would keep you in shape and bring you a lot of joy and a bonus with your physical health and your vibrance. But the opportunity to compete in the way that you would have is long gone. And this is something that many women do not realize on the twin flame journey. And they suffer a great loss. And if not financially, by trying to convince and pound it into their twins' head how worthy they are because of the finances they have, or simply groveling for attention. All of that is energy, and it's time that you have already lost and are losing at this point. So let's begin the healing. Let's turn over a new leaf and really look at avoidant behavior and question why you would be willing to accept abuse from a man, a twin flame, who is not cherishing you and who does not have that desire for solid union and will do whatever it takes to bring the two of you together, because that is truly cherished, because it is truly desired. I wish you so much love and healing on your journey. Many blessings.